Let's talk about when an avoidant realizes they hurt your heart. And this is just my experience from a healed, fearful avoidant. I was married to another avoidant for 16 years. So, most avoidants don't realize they hurt you in the moment. And that's one of the most hardest things to accept. So, when an avoidant pulls away, they shut down or go quiet or they create distance from you, they're not tracking your emotional experience the way that you are. They're not counting days in no contact either. Their attention is turned inward towards regulating their own overwhelm. And in that state, they're only focused on survival, not the impact of your pain. So, when this is happening, they often don't think this is hurting them. They think, I need space, I need relief, or I can't handle this right now. So they go. And emotional suppression plays a huge role here. And that's because avoidants learned earlier on to push their feelings down in order to function. So when conflict happens, they go numb, they get distant, they disconnect, they go into autopilot. And in that numbing state, empathy is muted. Not gone, but it's just inaccessible because it's buried deep. And that's why they don't fully recognize how much it hurt you at the time. They start to realize it later. It comes after when they get distance from you, when the nervous system calms down or when things go quiet. That's when the emotional weight hits them. And when that happens, they tend to replay the conversations and they notice your silence and they realize that you stop reaching out. And then suddenly, the feeling breaks through. They start feeling the guilt, the sadness, all the regret, and sometimes deep shame. And this is when avoidance, they feel the most. And when it hits, it gets loud. They feel it hard. And they don't usually explode with emotion or rush in dramatically. Their reaction is often quiet, internal, heavy. They may feel like they failed you, like they ruined something they actually cared about. And here's where it gets complicated. Shame is very hard for avoidants to sit with. And when they realize they hurt your heart, they don't always move towards you. And sometimes they move further away from you. Now it has nothing to do with them not caring, but it's because facing your pain means facing their own. So what do? Well, some may reach out indirectly to you. They check in. They send something casual, testing the waters without actually addressing the hurt. It's like they slide in like nothing happened. And then you have some who pull away more. They start convincing themselves that you're better off without them. And some actually want to apologize, but don't know how to put words to feelings they're just now assessing. And then you have some that do absolutely nothing. They can feel remorse, but they do nothing because they're frozen with guilt and fear of making things worse. And this is one of the most misunderstood parts of avoidance. Caring doesn't always show up as repair, and remorse doesn't always show up as communication. Now, that doesn't mean it didn't matter. And here's the part that matters most for you. Understanding how you feel doesn't mean you have to wait or excuse or minimize the hurt. And when you become aware of this, it explains behavior. It just doesn't erase the impact, though. If the avoidant realizes they hurt your heart and truly want to repair things, it will eventually show through accountability, consistency, or in their behavior. And if that never comes, it doesn't mean that your pain wasn't real. It just means they weren't ready to face it. Marava Joe, I'm out.